Because I've been doing some of the videos of the people, I started having cleansing reactions on my own. I had these cleansing reactions. I thought, wow, this is not good. Like, I got myself sick. And then when I talked to you, you started talking to me about cleansing reactions. And that's one of the reasons why you can go on the internet and you can look up little things and videos and blogs and things that people posted. But you want to truly learn the Buteyko method, you have to work one-on-one or in a group with practitioners. It is not okay just to sort of go, okay, this person's got a little video. Now let's do this breathing technique together. You can't do it that way. I consider myself a very healthy person, first off. Before I even started, I didn't have any sicknesses, illnesses, or anything like that. But when I would get sick, I would get a little bit of a sinus drip, or I get a little bit of a headache, or I would feel tired or sluggish. And all those things started happening to me once I started the Buteyko method. Immediately, I started having congestion. Immediately, I started having like a sinus drip. I had a low grade fever of 99.6 to 100.2. I completely lost my appetite. I slept so intermittently for about 4 days. I slept like for 3 hours and I get up and then 3 hours again and I'm like, oh, and I feel congested and I had all this, I couldn't even properly breathe. One whole night I breathed just through one nostril. I mean, now that I know what Buteyko is, I think that's probably good. It was really interesting. The really significant hardcore cleansing reactions, postnasal drip, congestion, sinus pressure, headache, fever, that lasted 4 days. My control pause went from 16 to 25 after that. As I started just bringing oxygen into my body by retaining some CO2, it expelled what was still lingering around. I had small reactions every time my control pause went up. When my control pause went from 25 to 30, I would have, ooh, why do I feel a little congested today? Or why do I have a headache right now? And then later on, I started seeing it very much in tiredness. I would do something and I would move a control pause up, I would move a maximum pause up or something like that. And a day later, I would feel really tired. Or I'd feel like I just want to sleep all day long. And then later on, I would feel like there's a strong irritation mentally, especially going from a control pause of 45 to a control pause of higher than that. Something I would say that I felt before I started the Buteyko method that I felt like I had to constantly work on and see people for is a little bit of anxiety, irritation, some anger every now and then. And that's something that cleared up significantly. If I had to say what were my symptoms, I would say they were more along the lines of mental symptoms that very much cleared up with this method. When the symptom clears your body, you experience a symptom. Whatever symptom you might have. And it sort of peels back layers. Because sometimes you start feeling like, oh, I feel today like I'm a kid. Or like when I was 5 years old, what was the last sickness that I had? And then you'll experience that again. And what is the sickness that I had before that? And then you'll experience that. And so it sort of peels back the layers because oxygen is moving into tissue. If I had to guess, probably changing the memory of the tissue some, trying to build new tissue there, the same way you'd build new muscle and exercise using this method. I had these cleansing reactions and I thought, wow, this is not good. Like I got myself sick. And then when I talked to you, you started talking to me about cleansing reactions. And that's one of the reasons why you can go on the internet and you can look up little things and videos and blogs and things that people posted. But you want to truly learn the Buteyko method, you have to work one-on-one or in a group with practitioners. It is not okay just to sort of go, okay, this person's got a little video. Now let's do this breathing technique together. You can't do it that way. You have to work with a practitioner. You will have very interesting questions you didn't think you're going to have. Oh, I'm starting to have this happen right now. Oh, I'm starting to have that happen right now. But the practitioner is there to tell you this is normal. that is normal. I even got online because I got really worried about the cleansing reactions, and I read an article of a man that had pretty significant radiation poisoning. And when he started going through the Buteyko method, he started having kidney stones. He had to have an operation to take the kidney stones out. He was totally okay with it because he knew his body was trying to cleanse himself of what this is. Some cleansing reactions I have now read can actually be quite severe. So being with a practitioner and understanding that, okay, well, even when your control pause is a great 40 seconds, which is pretty good, now you're going to start having massive reactions and you're yelling at somebody without, you know, like, why am I yelling at that? I don't even know why. The practitioner is there to tell you that's okay. That's normal. So, and they monitor you. And some people are actually really sick. They're on medication. And sometimes they have to get off medication. When I did the beginner class, there was a friend of mine, she's a good friend now. We started talking after the class, and she got off all of her asthma medication. But she needs somebody to sit with her. We all do. It doesn't matter how healthy you think you are. I mean, having a fever for 4 days would send you straight to the doctor.